You're gonna do most
Hey
of the talking,
guys.
right? Oh.
Yes. Today we are doing another wedding planning powwow. If you caught last week, I talked with Mallory Weiss. She's a wedding planner, and I asked her some advice about like coming up with the vision for your day and everything like that. So she gave me a fun activity to try where you and your fiance separately answer these questions and then compare notes, just to basically make sure that like your wedding plans are kind of involving both of your priorities and stuff like that.
And bear with us. Jen just printed out these questions 10 minutes, so it's pretty hefty. And I only had about 10 minutes to think about it, so this is raw, unfiltered thoughts on some paper here.
It's gonna be fun. And if you guys have any questions, just like feel free to throw them in. But we'll just like go through each of our answers because we haven't shared our answers with each other yet. So we're gonna do that.
I hope I did it right.
Okay. So the first question is, how do you envision your wedding day? So top 5 things for me. Number 1 is that it's relaxed and just joyful. Most important overall for me. I also envision that it's very much outdoors, warm. Number 3, lots of lush flowers, greenery. 4, bohemian garden kind of vibe. And 5, a hint of hot air balloon.
Ooh, so I went in a slightly different direction. I didn't quite order it from 1 to 5. I just put down 5
fine.
thoughts.
Well, mine aren't necessarily that order.
Okay.
Except number 1.
Okay, so since we're having an outdoor ceremony at Fernbrook, I put ideal weather. I know it's cliche, but
It's true though.
that's something that everybody probably fears for.
Yeah.
So ideal weather with the outdoor ceremony. I put lots of laugh with our bridal party because I think there's going to be a mix of personalities between us.
Definitely.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of laughs. Satisfied stomachs.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm thinking about wedding, I'm thinking about fun, food, dancing, but just overall like being satisfied. So families uniting for the first time. So Jen and I's family, while they've met on separate occasions, just like not from an extended family, like I don't think her parents ever met like my grandparents or aunts and uncles and things like that. So that should be some fun.
That will be fun.
Mixing up the families there. And then taking a second to soak it all in with my best friend. They always say like, take a second to yourselves so that you remember what's going on. You're not just breezing through the day, and you just kind of bask in that union.
Yeah. Those are so good. Yours are way more thoughtful than mine.
Well, it's like
That
a
was
pop
really
quiz.
good.
So.
He's so good under pressure. I'm so not. Tori. I know. What the heck? Ryan, that was so good. Okay. I mean,
No cheating.
Well, I'm not cheating. I'm looking at the first one. I just want to see. I mean, definitely, yeah. I think food is important. I'm excited because I think the food at Fernbrook is really good. And I just feel like it's going to be really good. And also with, like, our families, that's really cool because they haven't met. I mean, I don't even, have all of our parents even met?
Yeah, they were at the gallery.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. That'll be
Jen
cool,
had a
though.
gallery graduating in BFA program, and she had an exhibit with a bunch of her classmates, and that was the first time that my dad, her parents, and my mom, when they all met, with their grandma too as well, and actually maybe some aunt and uncles. I think your aunt Sandy was there too.
Yeah, maybe Aunt Lori.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But never as a big group. So.
Yeah. It'll be cool. I'm excited for that. Okay, cool. I mean, I feel like we're a lot on the same page.
A little bit.
I'm not cheating.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the first one, I swear. Here, cover your paper with this.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, the second question, what are the top 5 most important vendors for your wedding? So for me, I said number 1 is our venue. I feel like having the location of where everything happens is really important, and that we love the place, which we do. So I'm excited about that. Number 2 for me, photography. I guess you probably all could have guessed that. Number 3 is video. 4, DJ. And 5 is a tie for me between hair and makeup and flowers. I know hair and makeup's not important for you, but like for me, really important.
Yeah, since I don't have a ton of experience in this vendor department, I did put venue number 1, and probably photographer would be like 1A.
Yeah.
And then everybody else gets equal love after that. DJ, videographer. I did put specialty vendor down though.
What's that mean?
I'm not sure. You know, your best friend Alex had the food truck at her wedding, which was a really nice touch. I thought that was awesome. Thinking about something unique that we can bring in the vendor department for our wedding.
I like that. That's so cool. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, nothing initially comes to mind offhand, but I feel like we
nothing
could totally...
in particular. Just I put specialty vendor
I like it.
with the plan of getting something unique.
Yeah. Which was my like bonus question that I didn't put on here, but that I thought of after the fact that I wrote down. But don't cheat off my paper. Okay, but so what are ways that like you could think to make our day very us? So for me, I'll go first. For me, I'm thinking, I mean, I would love to have like a little hot air balloon element just because that plays a big part in our story. Because if you don't know, when we first started dating, back many moons ago, when we were at the Quick Check Hot Air Balloon Festival, that's where Ryan officially asked me to be his girlfriend. And then we've been going every year since as like our anniversary tradition. So I feel like it would be really cool to like tie that in somehow. But also I feel like very us, like iced coffee.
Yes, definitely. That's where my head was when we talk about specialty vendor.
Yeah.
Just because that's where we kind of, don't turn that down.
Yeah.
Always mention it.
Yeah. Like
looking for some iced coffee to start the day.
All the time. So like, I know a lot of weddings, like you'll get like coffee with dessert, but I really feel like it's got to be like an iced coffee bar where like you can mix in different fun syrups and stuff like that, because that's what we like. Ryan always loves to try like the weird flavors of everything.
Oh, not weird, just like menu hacks from Dunkin'. Combine some of those pumps, caramel, mocha,
something. Yeah,
that's fun.
So he likes to always try the fun things. So I feel like having something like that would be pretty cool.
And there's no extra charge for it, so you can try it out if you want.
All the mixables. All right, cool. So, what sorts of things do you visualize for your honeymoon?
I guess I'll start.
You could go first.
Because I think it just needs 2 criteria. It needs to be all-inclusive. Thinking about what to cook for dinner, day in, day out. I just want food to be prepared and me to select from that food.
Yeah. Because
we've been solely missing that the last few vacations where we had to fend for ourselves.
Not as fun. Tori, I'm grossly smiling on the train watching this. I love you.
I also put sunshine. I know we got some sunshine in California, but it wasn't paired with any heat. So our last 2 vacations was Iceland, which was awesome.
Amazing.
But cold.
But not warm.
And California, which was awesome as well, but rainy and not what I thought for my first time for California. So
That's true.
I'm sure there'll be maybe a vacation in between now and honeymoon, but
I hope so.
If it's not all-inclusive, our honeymoon has to be all-inclusive. Definitely.
Yeah.
All-inclusive and maybe some tropical sort of locale.
Okay. I agree. My number 1 is all-inclusive because, like, same sort of thing. Like, I really just trying to figure out what to eat every night and worrying also about just, like, budgeting, that kind of stuff. Like, that makes it less fun for me, where it's like, oh, we already paid for all of our food and drinks and stuff, not like, now are we going to spend more money on food and drinks, and then we'll be more like, we shouldn't get that. We shouldn't. And I just want to like not worry about that in the slightest. So, agreed, 100% all inclusive. Warm also is my number 2. It definitely has to be warm. Relaxing. Number 4 for me, I put adventurous and exploring, and not too much or only beach, because for me, being like on the beach, I can't sit on the beach for multiple days in a row.
I'm not a beach sitter either, though.
So like, I definitely want it to be warm, but I don't want it to just be like all there is to do is like sit on the beach.
No.
Because for me, that's just not gonna work. And I know you're not really super into that either. So I definitely want there to be like options for different like exploring and fun things that we can do aside from just relaxing. Yeah. But on the same note, Whereas Iceland was amazing.
You don't want your body to hurt.
I don't want to be in pain, and I don't want to be like
exhausted.
Just that it was a lot of work to like figure out our plans. Again, same sort of thing. Like I just don't want to worry about it. I want it to be like easygoing because I'm sure like the couple weeks leading up to the wedding are going to be insane.
So you want to be mentally relaxed.
Yeah.
Not just bodily.
Exactly. You got it. Yep. And number 5 for me, I want it to be somewhere new. So we've been to Mexico twice, which was great. Loved it. But I really feel like for our honeymoon, I want it to be somewhere we haven't been before because I think that'll make it a little extra special. Not to be like, we'll go back here because it was great, even though it is great.
No, we'll definitely go back to Mexico.
For sure. But not for the honeymoon,
No.
Cool. So now we have to brainstorm. So this is cool because I feel like we have our outline of boxes to check because when you're thinking about where are we going on our honeymoon, like the literal world is your oyster. So to kind of narrow down, okay, where has all-inclusives, where has things to do beside the beach, and all that kind of stuff.
Unique, someplace we haven't checked out before.
That will be really helpful.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Okay. What are you most excited for your wedding day? This is less of the like planning stuff like that Mallory had recommended. These are just some other questions from friends and people who chimed in on my stories for other questions. What are you most excited for?
I answered this one last. This was hard for me. I know because I couldn't single anything down. I put everything. Dressing up, seeing our families meet, friends meet each other, and sealing a deal with a kiss and marrying you after being with you for 10 years. I think that'd be awesome.
Oh wait, who's this? Oh, Bliss said my connection keeps going in and out, so in case I lose you guys again. Brass Fox Coffee Cart is a fun vendor. Ooh, I'm writing it down. Thank you. We will definitely check that out. Sorry, Ryan, I cut you off. I just wanted to make sure we got it. Okay, what were you saying?
I was saying it was everything.
Everything.
Family, friends, meeting each other, marrying you, having Lily involved. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Do you want to see Lily, guys? She's right here. Oh.
Reluctantly, she's
trying to sleep. Oh, the baby.
We took her to a dog park earlier, and she was actually pretty good this time. She's very social.
She's usually so awkward and like will just be in a corner by herself sniffing a rock, like not interested in the dogs. But this time she actually like took initiative to go and play with other dogs. Rachel says hi, your friend Rachel. Oh my gosh. So we're very proud of her today, but now she's tired. Okay. So you're excited for everything. Let's see. For me, I put first look. I just feel like that's going to be one of the highlights of the day. Like the first time that we get to just like see each other. Rachel, you walked by the dog park after work. We left probably like right before 5. I was thinking that too. I was like, I wonder if Rachel's going to be around. It's a nice day, so.
I always think that when we go to the park.
Yeah, so first look I'm really excited for. I just feel like that's going to be one of the like high point moments, and just like I feel like before that I'll feel really anxious. So then like once we finally get to see each other and do our portraits and all that fun stuff, oh my gosh, that's gonna be really fun. Okay, I'm also most excited for finally being married.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how fun is that?
It's been some time.
Good to get to call him my husband. That's gonna
people
be
at work
so
already
cool.
say your wife.
I know. Everybody else is already like way past that train, but for me, that's gonna be exciting. I know my family, my parents, well, Susan calls Ryan her son-in-law and all this stuff. I'm like, not technically. So, but for me, I mean,
it will be though.
Yeah, it will be. Well, that's just, I don't know, it's just really cool. And celebrating with everybody, I think it's just gonna be like a blast. Because how often really though do you get to have all of the people that you love together in one spot, and for like a happy, fun, exciting reason? It's pretty cool. It's gonna be so fun. I can't wait.
We got a lot of weddings in between too.
I know. We have like 6 weddings as a guest potentially this year.
Yeah.
5 or 6. Including Rachel's, which I'm so excited
all
for.
at the same time too. This is kind of crazy.
It's
I haven't
insane.
been to a wedding since. You shoot weddings, so.
I mean, but like as a guest, I feel like I haven't been to a wedding since, like, my sisters don't really count.
I guess
because
you can say like Alex, like
that was like 4 years ago.
and Alex is like Peter and No, you shot that
I
wedding.
shot that wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't even know.
But this year,
so
or
many.
in between now and when we get married,
His two
so
best friends
many.
are getting married. Rachel's getting married. Carrie, Jesse, and Sal. So many weddings. What am I even gonna wear? What do you wear to a wedding as a guest?
I'm more nervous about those weddings than I'm like.
Why? Because of your speech.
Well, yeah. Well,
He's
and a lot of other things.
him and his two best friends are like a trio of best men for their weddings. So like,
I'm hoping we don't do speeches.
you're gonna do speeches. You'll be good. Do you hear it? He pulled this together in like 10 minutes, and that is.
Yeah, it's talking to a blank camera here, no faces at me.
I guess
A lot less
true.
pressure.
But he's so good at public speaking. I'm not at all. I like forget to breathe. I forget to swallow.
You're a good pretender.
Not good. Not good. Oh my god. We gotta practice our salsa moves. Oh god. I really want to take dance lessons. Sorry, this is a side note, but
Yeah, that's not on here.
I'm freestyling. But I really want to take dance lessons for our first dance because I'm probably the most uncoordinated person ever, and I have no rhythm or anything like that. I could do a good flail for shout. I could do a good flail, but I really want to take dance lessons. So if anybody knows of good like dance lesson places, yeah, Rachel, let's do it together. I feel like because Carrie and Pete do dance lessons in Montclair somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Rachel, but you're so good at dancing already, so you're gonna be a pro. I'm gonna need the like extra help section. Oh man, but I want to do that. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, duh. It's on somewhere.
How
Always
early,
said that.
like, do you need to start dance lessons? Like, should we start now for me? Do they teach you how to find a beat? That's what I need to know. Alex needs lessons. Okay, so yeah, Ryan, I feel like is a much better dancer than me.
I've been out of practice for
But
quite some
listen,
time.
it doesn't take much to be a better dancer than me. So Ryan definitely like knows how to have a rhythm and stuff. So maybe he can like carry the team there.
You so far.
But I definitely want to do that. I feel like that's really fun. So if anybody, even if you're not watching this live and you're watching it later, and you have taken dance lessons for your wedding or anything, let me know like where, if you know a good place, because I want to look into that. And also like how far in advance should you start? Does it depend on your skill level? Okay. Let's see here. Oh.
You trying to get in frame?
Yes, Rachel, we're doing it. We're doing it 100%. I'm so excited. Okay. When did you know you wanted to marry your fiance? Do you want to go first or do you want me?
I mean, I guess I'll go first. I
Okay.
don't know what you're going to say, though.
I don't know what you're going to say either.
I mean, it sounds cliche, but like after, being together and graduating college and kind of getting into some real world adulting experience in life, that pretty much sealed it. I don't think there was ever a time where I was like, we're not going to get married.
Yeah.
So it was just more of the, logistics, the financials, the being able to have the things you want. I don't know. There's something like I guess you can say like you have to satisfy these type of things before, but I guess it doesn't matter. So what I mean is that like, well, when you propose and get married, then you should be getting a house, or like, then you should be, have had the job that you want, or that you want to, be in the town that you envision raising kids and stuff like that. And maybe that's why it took that long, is because those questions.
It's worth the wait, though.
took a little longer to answer, but it never changed how I ever felt about marrying you. So it's been like that for years.
Yeah, it's so hard. Just because we've been together for so long, like I feel like I've can't really think of a time where I didn't know that I wanted to marry you. But I put like specifically though. Just like one thing that always sticks out to me is like how anytime I'm like really sick or anything, that you always take really good care of me. I mean, whether that was
sick
like
for a while.
college when I was sick all the time, or like when I had my foot surgery. Like, I mean, there's no way I would have survived that without you. So just like Yeah, I guess just like real world
Mm-hmm.
stuff where it's just like, yep, my PIC.
It's like, who do I want to adult with for the rest of my life?
Okay. What planning things will we leave more for the last minute? Hopefully not much. But I said, I said that maybe some of the DIY decor elements and stuff like that, but I'm hoping not to be like leaving too much stuff for crunch time because we have a lot of time. We have over a year still, like a year and 3 months.
Last minute is like totally subjective because if I knew this one, probably. If there's anything that's last minute, it would have slipped our minds, not necessarily.
Right.
It's just something that
We'll
you didn't plan for.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'm all about just like getting it done so we don't have to worry about it. Like I hate that like last minute pressure of things. Like for me, like even
See, I'm all for it.
He's
not all for it, but
you are good at
just when you go with the flow.
I know.
Make it happen. Workarounds.
Yeah, I mean, of course. But I'm like, when you have, like for me, so in college, when like I took this one class, film something, like we watched movies basically, and then the final project film forum for the final project of the class, you had to like write this paper about your favorite film, and they gave you all the criteria. So I was that guy who, after the first class, went home and wrote my paper as that first film was my favorite, so that my assignment was done, because I already had all the criteria and everything. So I'm like, why not just do this now rather than the end of the semester when I'm swamped? That's me.
Yeah, if you can think of a total opposite, that's probably me.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that we don't leave too much for last minute, but I'm like really excited to dive into a little bit more of the like hands-on and like crafting stuff. I love crafting, so I feel like all of that kind of stuff will be super fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. So I'm hoping like, this summer, this fall, we can start working on stuff like that rather than like last minute. Because also, whoever knows with whatever's like bookings and weddings and stuff that I have, I don't want to, make it stressful on myself. So hopefully we won't have too much last minute. Let's see. How will you continue dating during the wedding planning process? So I feel like...
Are you skipping around?
Did I?
What?
Oh my god, I missed the... Okay, we'll come back to it. That's a good question.
Wait.
How much did we skip?
Just that one. Just skipped that. Okay.
My writing took up the whole page, so it's hard to figure out where the questions are. Okay. We'll come back to that question. How to continue dating. I feel like it's just about not focusing all the time on the wedding and just still doing fun new things together and just hanging out and not always be wedding focused. Which again, I feel like is a plus of having extra time.
Yeah, I put dating for me leading up to the wedding. It's centered around shared experiences. Whether it's as simple as watching something, we're really into the new show on Hulu, The Act. It's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, is it Wednesday?
It's Wednesday!
I think it comes
out tonight!
I think another episode comes out tonight. But watching those things together, hanging out with other, friends and family leading up to that is big.
Yeah.
Especially with all the weddings that we have. I want to be able to see our people before we actually go to their weddings and stuff.
For sure.
And just counting those shared experiences as dates. Yeah.
Rachel, she
it
just paused
so
that
good,
to watch this. Thanks, Rachel. Oh my god, we're gonna watch that as soon as we're done here because I'm so excited. It's so intense. Alright, fine. We'll go to the gym first and then we'll watch it. But it's intense. It is so intense. Oh my gosh.
We are also secretly Jane the Virgin fans, and that comes out another episode today too.
We when we first started watching it, we got to binge it all because it was
on Netflix.
Yeah, and now having to wait per episode is not so fun. Okay, so this fun question: what were you thinking of during the proposal? Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
So I was hoping that no one was in on it or no one expected anything. So I was just kind of like all adrenaline leading up to the ball dropping, and I was like, okay, well, let me go get the ring from the room, and hopefully no one's gonna pop in and ask me what I'm doing, because I left it in the big box that it came in. So no, actually I'm remembering wrong. I put it in my sneaker. I took it out and put it in one of my sneakers for easy access to pull later. But mostly I was just thinking about what I'm saying, and am I making sense? Am I asking this right? Even my memory, now versus watching the video where all the facts are laid out, I'm like, no, you didn't say anything, or you didn't, and you had kissed me before you said yes, but I was like kind of lost in it. But just like, I was just thinking that is this the right time? Am I saying this right? Am I asking this correctly?
Am I speaking English?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So for me, I was mostly like, is this real life? This is actually happening right now. Because I feel like, obviously, I've been waiting for that moment for a really long time. And just like in my head, there was like no possibility that was actually
She would
happening.
ask me every day leading up to the proposal, are we going to get married?
Okay, just gotta make sure.
Either
right?
directly or with her eyes.
Or just like a little flash of the finger. I know, I'm annoying, but it's okay. You did good holding your ground and not telling me. But yeah, mostly like, is this real life? Because it just like seemed so surreal. Especially because like all the things that I had thought, like I never thought you would propose in front of people. I just like...
I mean, that wasn't the first plan. But.
Right. Like that just like never was a thought, and just like I thought for sure like I would know that you were gonna propose because you would be like nervous or something. And
I'm good at surprises. I don't know why you said that. Why are you?
I don't know. I just
You're
feel
perceptive,
like you're not.
but
I am. I'm like a hawk, but I did not pick up anything. But my favorite part though is like afterwards with you telling me we were playing that the Jackbox party game thing, and. Remember? And you were saying, like, I wanted to do it, but, like, you were giving me your phone because Renzo and Dennis were, like...
Oh, yeah. I was like, no, because it wasn't a complete secret. Like, I told my mom, I told my friends.
Nobody did.
I had, like, direct communication, like, leading up to it.
Nobody there knew, though.
No. And, like, we were playing Jackbox with our phones, and I'm getting, like, these Facebook messages and things, and people, are you going to do it tonight? What time? Or is it going to be this? And I'm like, no, we're not sharing phones for this game.
I was like, what the heck? Why are you so mean to me? I think that's, like, really funny. But I had no idea. Like, no clue whatsoever. Which probably still is, like, the most shocking part of all of that to me anyway. But, okay. Then these last couple questions are, like, which one? So, all right, who's most likely to rip something on the dance floor between me and Ryan? What did you say?
What?
Me.
Now that I'm reading it, I interpreted it as different.
Oh.
I was thinking of like tearing up the dance floor.
That too, I guess.
But
also
this,
me.
now I'm reading, it looks like it reads as like rip, like an article of clothing or rip something, which I guess would technically both be you.
Both be me.
But I want to explain why I said you. Not because I thought you were clumsy. I mean, like, there's another one that's clumsy. It's the very next question.
Okay, so why'd you say
But
that one?
I thought it meant, like, just, like, having fun and, like, being a free spirit. Even though Jen says she has no rhythm or beat or knows how to dance, it doesn't stop her from dancing. It doesn't stop her from ripping it up. That's how I heard.
Oh, thanks.
Me, I'm totally self-conscious. I don't know why you say I'm good. I'm like, oh, am I doing this right?
But you have some
Are
natural
people looking
rhythm.
at me?
Oh my gosh, everybody's gonna be looking at you. No, they're not. No, they're not. I'm just kidding. Okay, who's most likely to trip walking down the aisle?
Okay, it's easily you.
Okay,
That's the only
also
one I
me.
didn't have to think about in this whole question.
I I hope I don't. I'm not wearing heels though, so I'm hoping that I don't trip down the aisle. I think that's promising. If I was wearing heels, 100% I would, for sure. But I'm not wearing heels because A, heels are uncomfortable and they hurt, and I don't want to be in pain. Also, I might be taller than you if I wear heels, and I don't want that either. And I just want to be comfortable and not trip. So, but still probably me.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what are you saying about?
What's that?
Why were you saying
I guess I was reading these questions really quick,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm like slowing down and reading it as we're doing this, and I was like, oh, okay, my thought process is a little bit different. So this next question that says, whose side of the wedding party will be rowdier? And what I read that as is like the friends and guests that I invite versus the friends and guests that you invite. But now I'm looking at it, they mean our wedding party.
Yeah, like groomsmen versus bridesmaids.
Okay.
Which is still a similar question. But
Yeah, but when I was thinking of guests and friends, I said myself. I said Ryan's side will be rowdier by a slim margin, but
yeah.
there is no slim margin
No.
if we're talking wedding party. If we're talking wedding party, it is certainly my side of the wedding party.
Yeah, slim margin, I don't know about that.
No.
But
Definitely will not be, no doubt about it.
yeah, definitely. Oh my god, that's really funny. Yeah, I said Ryan also,
Yeah.
for sure.
Is there any one specific, are you gonna, are you thinking
Renzo.
Renzo is probably just gonna steal that by himself.
Yeah, he's got it covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it said whose side's wedding party, if it's Jen, Ryan, or Renzo,
Or Renzo.
the easier answer would probably have been just circling Renzo altogether. But I love you.
Oh, so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my god, I have a lot of typos on this. Sorry, I didn't realize. Who's more likely to actually finish their meal? I mean, I feel like...
Wait, who'd you say? You said my side too? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Who's more likely to actually finish their meal?
I said me.
I said you also,
But-
but I feel like also me.
I was gonna, I could have circled them both, but
Yeah.
that's what I put technically. So what'll happen is Jen will probably finish most of her meal, but leave 1 or 2 bites on her plate and say she's done. Like, she'll be like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
But, like, my plate will be completely cleared.
Yeah.
So we'll finish it, and
Yeah.
I'll probably finish whatever
Yeah, he'll finish mine also.
her scraps.
True. I plan on eating a lot. I know everyone, I know it's hard because you're like talking to so many people and stuff like that, but I'm planning on making full use out of our cocktail hour and eating dinner and dessert and all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how, but it's gonna happen for sure.
Oh, we're gonna get like Tupperware and like, doggy bags, and somebody's
We're
gonna
gonna
be in
take
charge of
all-
that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is, like, with Fernbrook, we can have our, like, after party there, which is really nice. They have, like, a little bonfire. We can just, like, hang out, which, when my best friend got married there a couple years ago, that was probably, like, one of my favorite parts. Like, the whole bridal party stayed, and we did the after party there outside, like, had a bonfire, just, like, hung out, very, like, low-key, relaxed, but I feel like then we can, like, keep eating. That's so bad. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Just a side note, anyway. But also Lily will be there, and she can hang out for the after party because it'll be quieter.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. She's gonna be the best flower girl.
Yes, you will.
She's gonna be so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. The last question that we have is who's gonna be the first one asleep the night of the wedding?
It's gonna be me.
100%.
I cannot keep up in my age, I guess you could say. I was always under the impression that Jen was a heavy and sound sleeper, and though she is, I guess all that time like falling asleep like really quickly during college was just her working like extremely hard all day and just being like purely exhausted. We used to Skype, and she would fall asleep during our Skype, and that was how we would like end like talking like over the summer during college. It'd be just like, okay, we'll Skype, and it'd be like 5-10 minutes, and boom, out. and
Oh my
we were
God.
on the phone, and it would kind of work the same way, and just be like, that's why Skype worked better, because I knew when the conversation ended, and then, like, she has poor cell reception at her house, so anything could have been happening, but looking through Skype, and,
You could see her
you could
sleeping.
see her sleeping constantly.
Yeah.
Um,
I used to be really bad. I actually thought that I might be like narcoleptic for a while.
yeah, well,
Because
that's
it
the
was,
other
like,
thing, is that,
insane.
like, she also is somebody that usually hits the pillow and has a dream instantly within 30 seconds, so that's how I think about, like, sound asleep. But now, I'm just kind of,
The roles have reversed.
the roles have reversed, yes. The
Yeah.
tables have turned.
Yeah. So now he falls asleep super early. Especially, I mean, like the night we got engaged.
Relatively early, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we still go to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I guess it's not early by normal standards, but earlier than me. But like the night we got engaged, I was so amped and so excited. I could not sleep at all. I was like wide awake for the longest. And I feel like our wedding day is going to be like that too, because it's just going to be like so much fun and such an exciting day. I'm sure I'm going to be exhausted, but at the same time, I just feel like I'm going to be like adrenaline rush.
Yeah,
So definitely you.
probably.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all our questions, unless anybody else has any for us. But that was fun.
Yeah, I mean, that went smoother than I thought. She gave me like a pop quiz. She's like, yeah, let's do these questions. And then we took a nap after the dog park, and we literally had been napping about a half an hour before we started this live. And she's like, okay, 10 minutes, here's the questions now.
But I
It's
mean,
like 5 bullet points. I did so much writing.
yeah,
I haven't
you did.
written this much down on a piece of paper in years.
I know, it did feel like school. I did a lot of writing too. It's like, that's a lot. That was fun though. I feel like that's helpful, like what Mallory had suggested, those kinds of things. Just like really helpful for kind of like focusing on what's important to us and like priority wise, and just helping us going forward with planning, especially I feel like mostly for the honeymoon and stuff too, just like narrowing down like what are the things that we want for our honeymoon and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I want to go on vacation now.
I know, I don't want to wait. Cool. Well, that was really fun.
Yeah.
Thanks guys for watching and chiming in, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday for the next powwow.
I'll be your watcher next week.
Bye guys.